Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello. Can you hear me and see me well? Hi. Please type in the chat box. Can you hear me? Can you see me well? Welcome all to our live lesson. How's everyone doing? How are you today? I am very excited to be here once again with all of you. My name is Tutor Lani. Nice to meet you. Some of you know me already. It's been a while. Can you see me and hear me well? Please type in the chat box. And let's start with some shout outs. Where are you from? Let's start by, okay. Hi. Greetings to South Africa. Hi. We have India. Welcome. France. Very good. Where are you connecting from today? Where are you from? Somalia, hello, greetings to Somalia. Egypt, very good, excellent. Italy, hi. Ukraine, Iraq, Cambodia, Turkey, hi. Brazil, Pakistan, welcome. Venezuela, wow, we have a variety of students from all over the world today. Iraq, Egypt, Taiwan, hi. Hi, Julia. Very good. Gaza. Okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. Egypt, Bangladesh, Australia. Wow. Very nice. How is your weekend so far? I know for some of you it's evening time. For me, it's morning time. I currently live in Tennessee and it's 9 a.m. in the morning. What did you do today? How was your Saturday? Or do you have any plans for tomorrow? Poland, Turkey, Morocco. Hi. It's raining. Okay, that's in France, right? Caroline? You said you're in France, so it's raining there. All right. You have the day off. That's great. It's a weekend. Good evening from Bangladesh. Nice. Some of you, okay, you're hungry. You can go ahead and get a snack while you watch or while you connect and you learn English. All right. So I'm very happy that you're all here. Okay, and I want to say welcome again. My name is Lani. I've been teaching on Cambly for 4 years. I love the platform. I love meeting new students and connecting with people from all over the world. And today I'll be hosting today's live lesson. Okay, so are you ready? Let's start. Okay, so let's start here with a very useful topic. And also, before we start, as a reminder, today's lesson will be posted on our Cambly channel. There's also a link pinned at the top of the chat. If you arrived late, if you missed something, if you have any technical problems, you can always click on the link, review this lesson, okay? So having said that, let's start. Today's topic is about expressing regret. And do you know what regret is? Let's start by defining what is regret. So here we have our definition for regret, and it basically means a feeling of sadness, repentance, or disappointment over something that has already happened or has been done. So it's in the past. We can change the past. It can't be changed or undone. And that's when we feel that feeling of regret. Oh, man. I'm sure all of us have experienced that. It's a very natural feeling. And we will learn, or you will learn today, how to be able to express it in English. Okay. Like I said, we can't change the past, but at least we can talk about it. We can express, you can express yourself freely. And I find this topic very useful because I see that a lot of students struggle with expressing regret. Even if this is a kind of an advanced grammar, but it's not so difficult. And I see that some of you avoid expressing regret, or you simply don't know how to express yourself. So pay close attention to today's lesson. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to express yourself freely. Okay? So stay tuned. Now, let's start with 3 ways of expressing regret. And for this, we use the past modals here. We use should have or should have, could have or could have, or would have or would have. So here is how you want to say it. If you want to sound more natural, if you want to sound more like a native speaker, then you stick to this part. Should have, could have, would have. And we have the v sound, all right? So for this, we want to put our bottom lip will touch our top teeth and v, v, should have, would have, could have, okay? That's the sound, but it's also, you can also say should have, could have, and would have. If you are writing an email, perhaps you're apologizing and you're writing a formal email, you could use this form. If you want to also if you want to give emphasis to what you're saying, perhaps you're apologizing in person, you can also use this as well. The most common and most natural way of speaking is this way. So far so good. How do you pronounce those? Okay, I'll be checking the chat as well, just in case you have any questions. Okay, pronunciation, remember? Should have, would have, could have. Okay, that's the pronunciation. All right, and by the way, very useful tip. If you want to keep practicing this, I suggest that you go in front of a mirror and look at yourself, okay? While you're pronouncing these words, look at the way that you position your lips, your mouth, and make sure that you're doing it correctly, okay? So that's a helpful tip. Let's start with our first one. So we will start with, let me see here, should have and could have. We'll see the differences between these two. And should have is basically when we want to say that it was a good idea, but we didn't do, when something that we did in the past could have been a good idea, but we didn't do it, okay? Oh, that was a good idea, but I missed that. So we use should have or should have plus past participle. And if you can't remember what a past participle is, I give you here some examples, and I'll post them here so you have a reference for that, okay? I hope you can see this clearly. And so we use should have plus past participle. And we have a first scenario, okay? A first sentence. Let's say that you didn't study for the exam, or I didn't study for the exam. I won't blame you. I will say I didn't study for the exam. That was my problem. That was my action. I didn't study for the exam, so I failed the exam. That wasn't a good idea, right? That was very bad of me not preparing or studying for the exam. So there we go. We can start using should have. I should have studied. I didn't. I should have studied. Or I should have gone over my notes. To prepare for the exam, I should have gone over my notes. I shouldn't have played video games. Maybe I was playing video games with my friends and I didn't study, so I shouldn't have played video games. And for this one, we can also use the negative form, I shouldn't have. So you could use should have, or should have, or shouldn't have. Now, think about something that you should have done. Maybe yesterday, a week ago, or in the past. Can you type an example of that? I'll be checking your answers. So feel free to type in the chat box your sentences or tell me something in the past. Maybe I didn't do this, and I will help you to write your sentence. Okay, let's see here. And while you type your answer, I'll give you, I should have talked with that girl. Okay, maybe you didn't. That's a very good, maybe you didn't talk to the girl and you wanted to talk to her, right? So you regret that. I should have talked to, I should have talked to that girl. Okay, I should have eaten lunch. Okay, you didn't have, that's a very good sentence. So I should have eaten lunch with my friends. Maybe you didn't, right? You didn't have a chance. I should have stayed at home rather than going out. Very good. Yes. I shouldn't have eaten too much. That's a common regret. We always regret that. Oh, especially after eating so much or a heavy meal. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten so much. That is very good. I should have. I should have learned to cycle when I was a child. Yes, that's another regret. I should have. Very good. Excellent. Well, I appreciate your comments. Very good. I should have slept early. There, that's my regret. I went to bed last night late and I say the same thing. Avade, I should have slept early. I should have. Okay, so for that one, Julia, I should have lost some weight. So remember, this verb is in past participle. So the past participle of lose is lost. I should have lost some weight. I should have learned swimming. Okay. I should have read the direction before starting. Excellent. Well done. Good job, guys. I am very happy to see your sentences. And as you continue typing your sentences, we can move on to the next one. Could have. So could have, we use could have or could have plus past participle when something was possible. It was a possibility. We had an opportunity. We had a chance. But again, we didn't do it. We missed that. So going back to the same example that I told you, I didn't study for the exam. Remember? That's what happened. Did I have a chance or did I have an opportunity to study or did I have time? Yes, I did. I could have studied after school, but I didn't. I could have prepared a few weeks in advance. If I knew I had an exam coming up, I could have prepared in advance, but I didn't. I was bad. Or if I felt like the exam was too hard, I could have asked for help, but I didn't. So all this, I had all these possibilities, but I didn't. And that is why I failed the exam. So keep typing sentences. Let me know if you had the opportunity or you had the time, you were able to do something, but you didn't. What are some of your regrets? Some of the things that you could have done in the past, but you didn't. I shouldn't have missed this lesson. That you say if you do miss the lesson, but you're here, so good for you. But if you miss the lesson, then you could say that. So both of them show regret. Yes, both of them show regret. And I could have been careful. I could have been more careful. I could have invited him at my. Yeah, maybe you regret that you didn't invite someone to your party. I could have invited him. Very good. I could have had practiced IELTS to achieve. Yes, a lot of regrets. That's actually a very good example. Some of you regret not studying English before or not studying English at a younger age. But remember, it's never too late, okay? I could have had studied earlier. I could have studied earlier, harder, okay? I could have followed Cambly lessons. I hope that you're following now so you can benefit every week from different live lessons. I could have completed my assignment. I could have passed my math exam if I had studied harder. That's a good sentence. Very good. That's a third conditional sentence, which is our next grammar point. I could have applied for the job, but I didn't want to. You had the possibility or the opportunity to apply and you didn't want to, so that's valid as well. I could have improved my English. My I could have improved Mm, by English skills, perhaps. Okay, very good. And as you type your sentences, I wanted to tell you a little story. This happened to me when I was younger. I was a teen. I was studying Italian. I loved Italian, and then I stopped. I thought maybe I will never use it. But a few years ago, I went to Italy, and I wish I could have spoken more Italian. I could have felt more comfortable while traveling. I could have communicated with the locals, but I didn't. I stopped learning Italian and I forgot about it. I know a few words, but I forgot all about it. So that is why it's essential for all of you. Sorry, it's essential for all of you to always keep up with your English. Okay, make sure that you're always practicing and remember that idiom, if you don't use it, you lose it. So keep practicing whenever you learn. Um, Today, practice it today, tomorrow, keep up with your English or else you'll forget about it. And that's actually why Cambly is such a good option for you. You can practice your English skills as often as you want and learn new things. So very good. I could have catch the so that one I could have catch is caught. I could have caught the train. Remember we use past participle. Could have plus past participle. You could have spoken Italian, but you lost that chance. Yes, that's a very good sentence. Very good. I could have gone. So Hassanin or Ezra, I could have gone. Remember, past participle. I could have gone to Spain. I could have downloaded that app. Okay, I could have downloaded that app. That's good. I hope you learned. Okay. Um, I could have gone to Spain. That's the correct one. All right. Very, very good. Very good. Well, excellent sentences. I'm happy that you're participating and expressing your regrets. And let's continue with our next point. Okay. Our next point here, I saw third conditional. One of you already wrote a sentence using third conditional. And third conditional is used to basically express things that we can't change in the past. So it's an imaginary situation. It's a change in the past situation and a different result. So if this was different, the result would have been different. So it's in our imagination. It's not real. And that's how we use the third conditional. Look at this. Again, the same example. I didn't study for the exam. That's what happened. This is a real thing, real situation. This first part is the condition or the decision or the action. And then here we have the second part of the sentence is the result. I failed. So the formula for this is if plus past perfect, and then we have the second part of the clause, would have plus past participle. Would have. If past perfect plus would have plus past participle. And for this one, we could use would have or wouldn't have, negative form as well. Let's go over this together. If I had studied, I wouldn't have failed the exam. As you can see, this is negative. I didn't study, so this one changes to positive. If I had studied is a different condition. And then the result is that I failed, then the result changes. I wouldn't have failed. I like to use this. It doesn't work all the time, but if you want to use the same sentence, this is positive, the negative goes to positive, positive sentence goes to negative. But like I said, it doesn't always apply because you can change the sentence. If I've studied, remember that this is also the contraction or the more natural form. If I've studied, I would have passed. Okay. So these sentences are imaginary. They're third conditional sentences. Is that clear? So far, so good. I know that they're long sentences and we have past perfect. Remember, with the past perfect tense, we use had as an auxiliary. If I had studied, if I'd studied, or it could be negative. If I hadn't, remember, it could also be negative here. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Do you have any questions so far? Any comments? Let's go over another example, another real situation. I didn't review my notes. Remember, that's what happened. I didn't review my notes. I forgot everything. This is a real situation. This is what happened. So if I reviewed my notes, or if I had reviewed my notes, I would have remembered. Or if I'd reviewed my notes, I wouldn't have forgotten. So here we have the change again. I didn't review my notes. If I reviewed my notes. Negative, positive. Positive, negative. Do you see that pattern? Like I said, it doesn't always apply. It depends on how you word the sentence. But if you want to use the same, if you want to use the same words, the same sentences, you do change. Positive goes to negative, negative goes to positive. What's if I buried this guy? I wouldn't feel much to work so hard. If Tudor Lani was I could have improved my English. Okay, now remember, these are for regrets, things that happened in the past. I think you're confusing that with second conditional. Second conditional is different from third conditional. We won't we won't get into that today. We're just sticking to third conditional. Third conditional is for something that did happen, but you want to change that. Okay. I also have, if I had been more careful, the accident wouldn't have happened. That is a very good sentence. That Veneva or D, I can't really say I'm sorry, I don't want to say your name incorrectly, but that's a very good sentence. If I had been more careful, the accident wouldn't have happened. Very good. Any more sentences? You want to try? Keep trying. Now, I also want to explain to you, if I had gone to the gym, I would have, if I had gone to the gym, I would have been, okay, remember, I would have, and then been fit, or I would have lost weight. Remember, would have, or would have, plus past participle. If I learned to cycle, I wouldn't have gotten embarrassed by my. Okay. That's if I hadn't slept, I could have. If I hadn't slept, I could have attended the class or the meeting. That's very good, Mustafa. I think it's pronounced. If I had practiced more, I would have scored 8 points. Okay, that's a good one as well. Very good. And one last thing. For this one, I wanted to show you something really cool as well. You could switch the position of your sentences. Notice how let me read this to you. I would have done a great job if I had prepared. So I start with the would have part first. It's possible you can switch. I would have passed the exam if I had studied. So it's possible you could put the if clause here or the part with the would have here. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Both of them are correct. So feel free to make sentences as well. Can you make more can you write a sentence using third conditional? I would have gotten a great body if I had gone to the gym on a daily basis. I love your sentences. That's what I say too. Very good. I am, but you know what? It's never too late. We can always go to the gym. Very good. Congratulations, everyone. If I hadn't gone to the, I would have, if I hadn't gone to my English class, I would have. So I would have gotten a lower grade, perhaps. If you hadn't gone to your English class, you would have gotten a lower grade, right? Okay, well done. Excellent. Congratulations. You have all become experts at expressing regret. And now it's time to practice and see how much you've learned today. Okay? So for this, I have a little quiz for you. I'll give you 3 different sentences in past simple tense, and you have to use one of the 3 past models that we went over: should have, could have, or would have, to express regret. Okay, ready? So let's start with the first one. I have a very easy one. I didn't bring my umbrella, and it's raining. Man, I have an umbrella. I have it at home. It's raining right now, and I regret this. What would you say? What could have been a good idea? I could have carried my umbrella. Yes, that was possible. I should have brought my umbrella. Very good. Great. Excellent. Any more sentences? I should have brought my umbrella. I wouldn't have fallen. Okay. Good job. Good job. I should have stayed at home. That's another good one because you don't want to be out when it's raining. So forget about the umbrella. I should have stayed at home. Very good. I Well done. Well done. Good job, guys. You're doing a very, very good job. I'm very proud of you. Yes, you should have brought your umbrella. I would have brought my umbrella if I don't. I should have called my husband. Yeah, pick me up. It's raining. But you're right. For those of you who wrote, I should have brought my umbrella, or I should have carried my umbrella with me. If I had carried my umbrella, I would have, if I had carried my umbrella, if I had brought my umbrella or carried my umbrella with me, I wouldn't have gotten wet. Okay. Or I would have reached home. I would have gone, I would have, if I had carried my umbrella, I would have come home earlier. Maybe you couldn't go back home because it was raining, right? So that's a good one. Very good. Excellent. Good job. Very good. I'm very proud of you. Now let's go over our second one here. I didn't I didn't apply for the scholarship. And you had the possibility. You had excellent grades. You were very smart. And you didn't apply for the scholarship, but it was possible. How can you change this sentence? Very good. I could have applied for the scholarship. Very good. I I could have applied. Excellent. Very good. Well done. Well done. I see you guys got it. I'm very proud of you. And I hope that you keep using this grammar after the lesson. Okay. I should have applied for the scholarship, but I missed the deadline. That is a very good sentence, Isabel. I could have applied for the scholarship if I had scored. Yeah, that's another one. That's a very good one. You could have applied, maybe your score wasn't high enough. Excellent. I should have applied for the scholarship. Good job. I am very happy. Good job. If I had applied for the scholarship, I could have studied it. Wow, that's a good one. I love that you're typing your own sentences. That is great. You're not just sticking to this. I love that. You're using third conditional, you're using could have, would have, should have. That's awesome. If I had applied this, I would have. If I had applied for the scholarship, it would have it would have been helpful for my parents. Yeah. Your parents wouldn't have to pay for your for your school if you had applied for the scholarship. Well done. Excellent job. I just wrote quickly or short. I could have applied, but your answers were better than mine. So good job, everyone. Now let's go over our last one. Okay, our last one here. This is a longer sentence, and I hope you can see it. Oh, sorry. Let me make sure that. Okay, this is a longer sentence. I didn't get a promotion because I didn't have much experience. So for this one, can you write this sentence using third conditional? Oh, let me make it this way. I didn't get a promotion because I didn't have much experience. So, what do you think? Can you use third conditional? Remember, we use past if plus past perfect, then would have plus past participle. If I had enough experience, I would have been promoted. Okay. So that one, I would have been promoted. If I had much experience, I would have gotten the promotion. Okay, I would have gotten a promotion if I had had much more experience. And that's okay. You can say if I had or if I've had. If I've had. That's correct as well. Or if I had. If I've had much experience, I would have gotten the promotion. Very good. Well done. Excellent job, everyone. Good job. Well done. Good job. So here we have if I've, or if I've had more experience, I would have gotten the promotion. I would have more, if I would have more train. Okay, so Patricia, if I've had more training, because remember the first part is if I've, or if I had more training, I would have gotten the promotion. The first part is if plus past perfect. If I had more training, if I've had more training. Good job. That was a great sentence. Thank you so much. If I've had more experience, I would have gotten the promotion. Good job, everyone. Excellent. I am very proud of you. So now I want to congratulate you because you did an excellent job. Do you have any more questions for me? Please type your questions or comments. Now this is a time for you to ask questions. If everything is clear or you have any doubts, let me know. I'm here to help. And I also want to mention that these conditionals, not these conditionals, but should have, could have, and would have you can use them differently. But today we only focus on expressing regret. Not having had enough experience cannot not having had enough experience cannot be a regret. Um, if I had not having enough experience, well, you can regret not having enough experience. That is a regret. Uh, yes, I'm teaching on the Cambly app. You can message me or link on the click on the link below. After this video is uploaded, you can schedule a class with me. If I had more training, I would have gotten the promotion. If I had more training. Okay. Also, I want to say that if you tell someone you should have, it's not necessarily a regret, but it's more a suggestion. So if you tell your friend you should have called me, it's like, why didn't you call me? I would have helped you. So when you use it, you should have, it's like you're giving a suggestion. Next time, do this. Okay. Or why you didn't. Why? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you call me or message me? You should have. You should have called me. You should have messaged me. You should have told me. Okay. When we talk about regret, can we use interchangeably should have and could have? It depends. Both of them mean basically the same. You didn't do something. It's more about whether it was a good idea or it was possible. So I should have studied it. It's okay. It was a good idea. I should have called you. That was a good idea. But if I say I could have called you, it was possible, but I didn't. So both of them have the same idea. I didn't do this action, but it all depends on you. What do you want to express? That it was a good idea or it was a possibility? Remorse. If only. That's a good expression. That's a good question. Is there any other expression for remorse? There is an expression in English that we use, if only. But that has another grammar structure that I will tell you later. But that's if only this or that. That's another expression of remorse. Anything else? Thanks for, okay. Well, thank you so much, guys. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Cambly, Cambly is an app that gives you instant access to friendly native English speakers like myself and many others, all from that are all over the world. I am currently in Jackson, Tennessee, but I know there are tutors that live in other parts of the world, and it's very convenient. You can have English lessons anytime, anywhere, right from your phone, from your computer. You can book classes as you can book as many classes as you want. You can choose your tutors. I would be happy to help you and answer all your questions. So please check it out. You don't want to regret in the future. Oh, I should have subscribed to our channel or to our platform. You definitely don't want to regret that. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. I am very happy. I was very happy that you were participating, typing your answers. Thank you so much. Okay. And keep using this grammar. I will see you next time. Okay. And have a wonderful rest of the day and a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye bye. See you guys.